But supposedly this young woman has been getting bullied. And I mean, she decides to speak out on her side. There's some viral video as well that was attached to it. So y'all gonna have a chance to see it as well. I'll make sure to link it down below. I'm positive it's something that's longer. If anybody wanna see it outside of my reaction, you just wanna go back and look at it yourself, I'll make sure to pin it down below. But let's get into it right now and see what's happening.
I'm trying to tell you, this ain't good with Tyler. You better get your ass up.
No, I can't. Who can? I'm 7 months pregnant. Whoa! I can guys.
Hold on, wait.
I'm trying to tell you, this ain't good with Tyler. You better get your ass up.
No, I can't. Who can? I'm 7 months pregnant.
7 months?
Whoa! I can guys.
7 months? I don't know. I might be. Oh, this is in high school too, so I'm not. You know what I'm saying? This is a high schooler, but 7 months, and I guess every woman body is a work of art. It's different, and the thing is, I guess she probably just not going to show for real until she like 8 months, dang her 9. But yeah, that's crazy. She that small at 7 months.
So actually, before she started bullying me, I'm going to refer to her as that girl, by the way, because I don't want to start any legal issues. But before she had started bullying me, we were actually like kind of friends. And she had opened up to me about some issues she was having at home and with her mom. And so I felt really bad for her. And so one time, it was exam week for the English exam, and I stayed after school to get extra tutoring to make sure I was ready for the exam. And I'm going to assume she did the same thing because she was at school after hours. And so one of my friends had asked for a ride home. And so I was like, yeah, of course I can give you a ride home. And so she had overheard me say, yeah, I can give you a ride home to one of my friends. And so then she comes up to me and she's like, oh, can you give me a ride home too? And, I didn't want to say no because I just said yes to that other person. So I was like, okay, like, yeah, I can give you a ride home. And long story short, we dropped that one person off, and now we're driving that girl home, and we're like 5 minutes away from her house. My mom calls me. So my mom calls me and she's like super upset because I hadn't asked for permission, and so me and her kind of get in an argument. And that girl is in the back seat and I'm connected to the car so she can hear like the whole entire conversation and the whole argument. And after my mom had hung up the phone, she starts talking about, she's like, oh, like, you really disrespect your mom. And she's like, oh, like, you talk to your mom like that. And she just kept saying things like that. And I really did not like that because me and my mom actually have a really good relationship. And I didn't appreciate her judging me and my mom's relationship based off of the 5-minute phone call that she had just heard. So basically, I let her know, I'm like, it's really disrespectful for you to sit here and talk about me and my mom's relationship when you know nothing about it. You're just judging the relationship based off the 5-minute conversation you just heard on the phone. So
I can say something and y'all can say if I'm wrong or anything. My bad for pausing it. But it seemed like that the women of the family have a very different relationship than the men of the family when it comes to mothers and it comes to fathers. It seemed like that the women in let's say a family tree, if you have a daughter and a son, the daughter will be a lot more argumentative or very like slick at the mouth towards the mother, possibly not the father, and then the father possibly, just vice versa. It depends on how their household is just as a whole. But I definitely understand as well what she was saying. Like, you don't know how me and my mom relationship is, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all when I say it has been situations that I have been privy to where I feel like that I'm not even gonna say some of my friends, but just people in general had disrespected their mother. You know what I'm saying? Like their responses or like the things that they say to their mom, I feel like that it was complete disrespect, and it wasn't in my, let's say, favor to say anything as much as I wanted to. I just feel like if it got out of hand in a way, then it's like, man, don't disrespect your mom like that. Like, I feel like it's a way to say things, but and publicly, if she's at a lunchroom, whatever it was in their type of situation, I feel like that's a conversation that you have with your friend outside of that type of environment. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand where both parties come from as well, because it has been a lot of situations where I feel like I definitely had to step in and correct my friend when he is wrong for communicating with his mother And a lot of the time it be the ones who are spoiled the most. I know this guy, his mama would give him anything. He had all the new shoes, the new games, whatever he wanted, he had it. And this dude always disrespected his mom, put his fist up to his mom and things like that. So I feel like that little situations like that is when you really supposed to get involved. But I don't know. I feel like this is just one side of the story. I would definitely love to hear the other side before I make my judgment. But y'all get what I'm saying.
She doesn't like how I say that and how I let her know what she said was disrespectful. So basically, I just had enough because I was disrespecting my car and I didn't even have to give her a ride home. I was very nice to do that, and here she is disrespecting me and, you know, just, I don't know. So she starts yelling and threatening to fight me in the car, and so I had to tell her, I'm like, listen, you have to get out of my car. Like, I can't drive you home. You're not, like, I don't know how you're gonna get home. You're 5 minutes away from your house. Try to get a ride. Try to get an Uber. I don't know, but you're on your own now. Get out. And so pretty much after that, all of that had happened, she would not leave me alone. At school, she'd give me mugs in the hall when we walked past each other. We had 2 classes together, chorus and gym. And one time during a bathroom break in chorus, she had one of her friends barricade the door, and she tried basically like fighting me in the bathroom, but it didn't work because she's just. So now at the lunch table, I was at lunch and I was the one who went outside first I always sat outside with my friends at lunch. And this time she had came outside to eat her lunch, and she sat at the table that I was sitting at, and, you know, it was cool at first, but then she literally gets up and like starts trying to fight me. And, I'm literally like, oh my God, like I cannot keep my pregnancy a secret anymore because this girl is going to put her hands on me and there is going to be a fight, and I don't want that to happen because my child. And so I had enough, and in that moment when I was sitting down, I was like thinking, I had a million thoughts going through my head, and I'm like, you know what, like this is it, like I'm so done, like I'm tired of this. So I just stand up and I'm like, I'm 7 months pregnant. Like, and by the way, I was 7 months pregnant, but I was also 90 pounds when I first got pregnant. So that's why when I was 7 months pregnant, I did not look 7 months pregnant, like at all. Pretty much, so I just want to end this whole story time with saying thank you for giving that video attention and liking it and commenting and sharing it, because it brings awareness to how bullying is so wrong, and you never know what someone is going through. And in my case, I was very pregnant and had to deal with bullying on top of it, and that was very hard for me.
I could understand that as well, because I sure had a question. Y'all heard what I said. I'm sure like, man, to be 100, like, is she really pregnant though? Because you can't even tell. I mean, if she was like real small, and I guess like, you know, I ain't no woman, so a lot of women can tell me right now, like, you know, I know a lot of y'all in the comments going to say like everybody's body is different. A lot of people react to pregnancies different, but I would definitely love to know if she ended up having her kid. She doesn't look so pregnant now, so I'm not sure if she already had the kid, if she lost the kid or whatever it was, but it definitely takes a lot of courage for her to do what she had did. And I'm not going to take anything away from this young woman, because one, I'm not gonna lie to y'all when I tell y'all like it is a little difficult to here when women definitely have problems and like y'all get into it, especially in high school, because it'd be over the smallest thing. Like it'd be stuff like, guys, we get into it about some stuff and duke it out and then be over. But like honestly, like something like that went that far to where they wanted to bang is crazy. It's wild. You know, I got a little sister, and some of the stuff they get into it about, I just be thinking like, bro, like why are y'all into it about this? What is the point? No, because I just felt like, and I just be like, all right, man. Y'all not finna give me a headache. Hopefully she was able to have her child, even though she's very young. I hope she thought about it, but 7 months, you really ain't got no choice. And everybody's choice is their choice at the end of the day, you know. But I do hope that she did have a healthy, happy child, and she's living her life as God's plan. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know y'all honest thoughts and opinions on this. I don't want to give too much input or too much of the wrong input on this, because I do feel like that this situation can be very fragile. When I say fragile, it's because you don't know the true story of everything, and I don't want to disregard of what she's saying and she's feeling bullied because of just of what happens a lot in the world. Like honestly, a lot of people who say they've been bullied, a lot of people don't believe them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put anything past this young woman, but I would love to know two sides of the story. Because at the end of the day, they are in high school, and honestly, stuff like that definitely can happen. You know, but I would love to see if she really was pregnant or was she just playing. You know, some people can make up something trying to get, you know, squabble or whatever it is, but I don't think that was her case. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. Make sure if you enjoyed the video that you smash the like button, comment, and subscribe for your boy, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, y'all boys? So look, I know y'all not used to seeing the screen right now like how it is beforehand if I'm talking, but if I'm doing this, then you know that it's something important. But turns out to be that 99.9% of y'all are not getting any type of notifications by me. Like, it's weird to know that majority of my supporters are not getting any of my notifications. I looked at the analytics. I done talked to YouTube. I done tried to do everything I can do, and it seemed like nothing is working. It's just been a lot of weird things going on within my channel. You know, you can check it out yourself. This is going to be before every single video from here on out for probably the next month or two until things kind of get back up. But if y'all could do me a favor right now and turn off the notification bell, click the notification bell and click all. Like, you have to resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe. Like, just refresh it so we can try to get those numbers up.